Before you decide you're bad with money, I need you to pause because there's a real chance you've been grading yourself against a fantasy. Most Americans think that they are financially behind, not because they are, but because they're comparing themselves to other people's highlight reels, screenshots, and income levels that barely exist in real life with real people. So let me ask you something uncomfortable. Do you actually know where you stand financially, or are you just assuming that you're falling behind? Because once you see what the average American actually earns, what they really have, and what they save, and how fragile most financial lives truly are, you may realize something shocking, that you're not behind, you've just been misinformed. And that misunderstanding has been quietly stealing your confidence, your peace, most especially, and your next smart move. So let's fix that. Number one, the retirement gap. The median retirement savings for an average American is $65,000. And for people aged 25 to 34, it's about $14,000. So by the time they're 65, the median balance is projected to be $88,000. Now, if you use the 4% rule, $88,000 supports roughly $3,500 per year. That's under $300 per month. That's the baseline most people are heading towards. So if you are contributing anything to your retirement right now, even if it's $200 per month, you are ahead of more than 25% of Americans who have zero retirement savings at all. Number two, income. The median US household income is about $80,000 a year. That's the middle, not the low, not the high. We've been hearing six figures so much on social media that we believe that everyone is making six figures but us. But most households are not earning six figures. They're earning about $80,000 a year. Most income have not kept pace with housing, healthcare, or high education costs. So if your income is steady and your bills are covered, even if there isn't much left after, you are close to the middle, not the bottom. The pressure you feel is happening because the cost of things rose faster than your paycheck. Number three, housing. The median age of a first-time home buyer right now is 38 years old. It used to be 28 years old. That's a full decade gap. So if you're in your 30s and still renting, you're not behind. You're just normal compared to what is happening today. Home prices are about $500,000, which means you would need about $112,000 in annual income just to afford the median home. Now, that's roughly $25,000 more than typical average household earns right now. So if your home ownership feels out of reach, it's not a personal failure. The math is no longer working for most people because of the rising cost of everything. Number four, debt. The average US household carries about $105,000 in total debt. That includes mortgages, auto loans, student loans, and credit cards. And credit card debt alone averages at about $6,000 per household. So if you're paying down your balance, even if it's slowly and not adding new high interest debt, you are doing way better than many households who are moving in the opposite direction. It's very important that we give ourselves grace. Number five, emergency savings. The median savings balance is about $8,000, and about 60% of Americans right now have less than $1,000 set aside in their emergency fund. So if you have a few $100s or a couple thousands that you don't touch, you already have more financial buffer than most people. That buffer matters more than the size of your income. Once you know what average looks like, it becomes pretty clear how to do better than average. So if you're saving more than 10% of your income, avoiding new credit card debt, contributing to retirement regularly, building even a small emergency fund, you are already ahead of the competition. You don't need a six-figure salary, though it's nice if you have one, but you just need to be more slightly intentional than the average person. There is this quote that I love. If you change the way you look at things, the things you look at will change. Society applauds lavish lifestyle and external rankings, but if you measured success through your own lens, for example, are you sleeping better at night because you have $2,000 saved for your emergency? That's a success. Are you paying down debt instead of adding more? That is a huge success. Are you learning about money instead of avoiding it? That's considered a huge success. When you stop measuring yourself against everyone else's highlight reels and start measuring it against your own daily, monthly, yearly progress, everything shifts. Now, here is the actionable steps that I would take. Build systems, not willpower. Automate savings as soon as your paycheck hits. Start with $50 per week for emergencies and build up. Pay minimum on everything and attack your high interest debt first. Focus on what you can control because your income is your most powerful wealth building tool. Invest in high income skills, negotiate salaries, consider to pivot if necessary so you can make more money. And remember that time in the market beats timing in the market. Also, be kind to yourself because the fact that you are here learning about money, trying to understand your situation, that already puts you ahead of most people. Most people never take the time to figure out where they stand. So awareness is the first step, and you are already doing that. These statistics show us where the average person ends up, but they don't have to define where you end up. You deserve better than retiring with barely enough to get by. You deserve the peace of mind that comes with having your financial house in order. And if any of these statistics hit a little too close to home, don't panic. This is just information. You're not behind. You have the chance now to pivot and get back on track. If you are ready to stop guessing with your money, my free coaching call is in the description. On this call, we will pinpoint exactly where your money is stuck. We'll show you how to organize it for maximum growth and reveal tax-free strategies to make it work harder for you so you can stop leaving money on the table and start seeing results. The link is in the description. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.